My name is Jason Oowski. I'm one of the founding members of Keep Rhode Island Beautiful. Keep Rhode Island Beautiful is a nonpartisan, grassroots community of citizens that are working so hard to protect our community, our forests, and oppose the power plant that's proposed for the woods of beautiful Burrillville, Rhode Island, up in northern Rhode Island. So on behalf of Keep Rhode Island Beautiful, I'd like to welcome you, as well as on behalf of the broad coalition of people that are working against the plant throughout the state of Rhode Island, to our kickoff ceremony for the 78-mile. You sure?
Yeah.
The 78-mile Keep Rhode Island Beautiful hike. So we have 3 hikers today that are going to be hiking over a period of 3 days while camping out the entire 78-mile north-south trail, all the way from the beautiful beach down here, Charlestown in the water, excuse me, all the way up to the woods of northern Rhode Island and the state line with right at Douglas, Massachusetts. So I'd like to also take a moment to provide a very special thank you to the town of Charlestown for hosting us today. And I'd also like to thank the Charlestown Citizens Alliance for their help in helping us get here to beautiful Blue Shutters Beach, as well as all of the folks that helped to spread the word out on social media and get the word out about the power plant today. And let me also take one more moment to provide a special welcome to our distinguished guests that are here today, all of whom, by the way, and this is why it's important to take a moment to recognize these people, all of these leaders that have been very supportive of the cause in helping to oppose the power plant throughout the state. So I'd like to start with welcoming former Governor Lincoln Chafee, Rhode Island State Representative Cale Keeble, Professor Timmons Roberts, Burrillville Zone Town Councilor Raymond Trank, and our host for today, Charlestown Councilor Julie Carosia. Yes. Did I get it? All right. So today's hike was the brainchild of one of Burrillville's sons, Sean Tran, who, though now he doesn't live in Burrillville, he lives in Kentucky. When he heard about the plan to destroy hundreds of acres back in his hometown, a place that he loved, that he used to hike and explore, felt like so many of us that he had to do something. And this is his something, and it's a pretty cool something. So nice work, Sean. Over the next 3 days, our brave hikers will brave the elements in the forest, and they'll camp overnight in what is some of Rhode Island's most beautiful and scenic campgrounds throughout the state to raise awareness for this proposed plant. So today's ceremony is about our hikers and their journey over the next 3 days that will take them through all of these communities. And in fact, it's also about one community in particular. One community that's about to be forced to be hosting the largest power plant in the state, where it simply doesn't belong. A plant that's not needed to keep the lights on in Rhode Island, and is overwhelmingly opposed in the state by 32 towns in the state, 3 towns in surrounding states, in Massachusetts and Connecticut, every single major environmental organization in the state, as well as a host of other leaders and organizations. And most importantly, it's opposed also by the citizens of Burrillville and the town of Burrillville, the community that would be most impacted and most put at risk by this plant. There are so many good reasons to oppose this plant, and frankly, so few to support this plant. In fact, it's really hard to find anybody that supports this plant that isn't going to somehow benefit financially from this plant. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think in Rhode Island, we've had enough of those type of deals, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah. 38 studios.
So if you care about protecting open space in our state, you should oppose this plan. If you care about protecting a community that has thoroughly evaluated all elements of this plant and has said, no, we don't want it, we don't want to be at risk, you should oppose this plant. If you care about wildlife, if you care about the migration of important species through a critical area of this state, you should oppose this plan. If you care about water and protecting our most precious resource, if you care about the plan to take water from the Scituate Reservoir, where 60% of Rhode Island gets their water, you should oppose this plan. And finally, if you care about climate change at all, and in a state with 400 miles of coastline, uniquely susceptible to the effects of climate change, you should oppose this plan. Experts like Professor Timmons Roberts and Senator Sheldon Whitehouse can explain to you how we're already feeling the effects of climate change in Rhode Island. So if you care about protecting our state for future generations, you should oppose this plan.